So basically we did a deadly fitness test. My time was 21:59. That just about falls into the elite category, although I'm not really elite, so it'll be a lot faster times than that. All I needed to do the deadly fitness test was 32, so the kettlebell for the deadlift, we've got goblet squat, snatch, the push press weights, the devil press, and the clean and press, not in that order, but just that kit there is for the male weights, and we've got Vanessa already set up for her turn next. So yeah, great effort. I felt good, to be honest. Set off too fast. What was my pace on the first run?
Your pace on the first run was 3:20 per kilometre.
Yeah, so completely burnt myself out. Yeah, I can't run that fast. So the camera was on me, so I bolted off. So best piece of advice is pace yourself. I usually feel quite good on the deadlifts, so we did them all in one go. So sometimes with deadly dozen, it's best to split it down into reps rather than letting all that sort of fatigue build up. So there's a lot of tactics in deadly dozen. Yes, you might be able to rep out 60. However, it can be best to break it down so you're not fatiguing too much. Now I do 60 reps in a row and that, feeling pretty good. Went on to the dumbbell snatch. I always do the dumbbell snatch in one go. I don't stop. However, I don't try to rush the movement. So I stay really steady and I just think about regulating my breathing. This is one, because it's a total body movement and obviously there's a lot of overhead work, you don't consider it to be one that's going to burn the legs out and affect you on the run. But I actually find that the snatch and the push press really get you. You do them, you think, right, I'm going to be good to go. Especially the push press, you feel you're good to go for the next run, but you'd be surprised because you've been doing all that overhead work, it's like all the blood's gone to your arms and there's nothing left in your legs. So got through the snatch all in one go, got to the goblet squat. Now I always break the goblet squats down either into 3 sets of 20 or a 30, a 20 and a 10, just so my last set isn't so many, so I can then sort of hit the run a little bit harder. So that actually felt quite good while I was squatting. And then when I went for the run, it felt horrendous. Went to the push press. Now I'm relatively strong overhead, so I always tend to do these in one go. Now I will sacrifice a little bit of red zone here and have a slower run because I know if I do them in one go, I can get them done really fast. However, if I have to break it down, when you rest, they can be prolonged rest periods. So I rep them out in 60 reps, hit the run and was completely gassed. So I was sort of like, everyone's just staring at me there. Come back in, obviously the second half of the DFT is very overhead heavy. So it's a weight plate clean and press. This again at 15 kilo, 35 pounds for the men. It's a moderate weight, but it's surprising because it's such a full range movement, touching the floor and taking it overhead, it fatigues you and it takes longer than you think. Another run, felt okay. Into the devil press, which is 2 times 10 kilo, 25 pound dumbbells. That's one of the hardest movements, is the devil press. So it's that full burpee and taking it overhead. Same again, because this is the last exercise, it's 20 reps rather than the 60, thankfully. I always use the swing technique. I tried to speed up towards the end because I seen the clock and I was a bit like, no, because I was falling out of that zone. But I always swing because I find if I try to muscle the devil press, what happens is I fatigue and then I have to take a break. So I can hit the devil press absolutely fatigued and just keep going basically. There's no point stopping. But basically my number one advice for the deadly dozen, because it's so varied with so many movements, 12 different labors, burpee broad jumps and bear crawls in the full race, is you need to learn what works for you fatigued. There's no point doing 60 goblet squats fresh and go, oh, that feels all right. It's got to be in the race. It's same for the bear crawl. Give the DFT a go. It's exactly half the deadly dozen race with the 6 rep labors. And the main DFT is the run, but obviously you can also do ski, row, bike, and air bike. Plenty of choices. Do it everywhere in the world. This is our global fitness test, the deadly fitness test. Give it a go.